Bravo 6. Going dark.
Behind the door. X-ray down.
About 4 weeks ago, we covered the story of Yuri Frolov, a Russian who visited the Songdowon International Summer Camp in North Korea. That video did pretty good, and I guess that's a sign that you all want more. And you're in luck. We have another story. This time, the story is from Regina Beraldo Kihwele, a woman from Tanzania. She went to the Songdowon International Summer Camp in 2015 and 2016, which, coincidentally, were the same years Yuri Frolov went to Songdowon. But enough rambling, let's get started with another story from a Songdowon camper.
When I was 16, I attended the Laureate International School in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, where I followed the British curriculum. I played sports, and my coach used to organize trips to North Korea. I was 16 the first time I went in 2015, and 17 the second time I went in 2016. The camp was very accommodating. All the time, we just felt special. They were always on our case. Do you guys need this? Do you guys need that? Also, as Africans, we usually tend to have very different traditions and cultural choices. But out of all the countries that I've been to, North Korea is one of the few that actually has a linkage to our culture. I remember we spent 2 days in Pyongyang and went to the War Museum and found out that our first president, Julius Nyerere, was actually friends with their first president. It was a shocker to learn that because we live how we live, they live differently, like they are in their own world. It was interesting to go there and hear about my country from their perspective because our ways of life were so different. For example, North Korean kids didn't have phones, and even we were not allowed to use phones in the camp. There was no internet network, but they had service so we could call through landlines. It was like taking a network break. When we came out of the camp for visits in Pyongyang, North Korean civilians came and talked to us. That reminded me of home. If you come to Tanzania, people are going to come and talk to you. They're going to want to get to know you. In the camp, all the nationalities were kept apart, and we only mixed during activities that were arranged for all of us, like performances and competitions in cooking, swimming, marathons, and more. We also met during leisure activities, such as swimming and games. I competed in the cooking competition and won. My little brother, who was also there, won the marathon and swimming competitions. My favorite memory was performing in front of 1,000 people. Both times I went to the camp, I had to represent my country as a singer. Getting that exposure most definitely helped me build my confidence. It was a wake-up call. Tanzanians complained a lot about not having internet on camp. But that was just perfect for me because sometimes I try to look for the perfect hideout and don't find it. The scenery was beautiful, lively, and natural. The camp was surrounded by the military. That was very grounding. I remember the lights at the hotel where we stayed in Pyongyang for one night. It was so magical. The lights at night when it's just so dark and quiet. For me, that was the hideout. You just get all these things in one place. Since there was no internet, nobody could call or text me, which I really enjoyed. I also really made long-term friends from the camp, especially with Russian kids. I'm still in touch with them today. I wouldn't have met them here. Most of them are from Moscow, Nakhodka, and Vladivostok. The only thing close to propaganda that I saw was that when we were at the airport, a friend of mine had some sort of film about the US president and the North Korean president on his laptop. When we were passing through the last checkup at the airport, authorities somehow saw the clip and had him delete it. But I didn't feel scared anywhere in the country.
And that's Regina Kihwele's story of her visit at the Songdowon International Summer Camp. And let me say, this story was so lighthearted, for lack of a better word, compared to Yuri Frolov's story. Speaking of which, if you haven't, go check out Yuri Frolov's story when he visited Songdowon. The link to the video is in the description.